When it comes to the science of longevity, few habits stand out as destructive as smoking. The evidence is overwhelming. Tobacco use shortens life, accelerates aging, and diminishes health span in nearly every measurable way. While people often talk about diet, exercise, or even genetics as the cornerstones of long life, smoking is the single most powerful negative predictor, a choice that undermines nearly every organ system, erodes vitality, and strips years, sometimes decades, from the human lifespan. The harsh reality is that smoking does not simply affect one aspect of health. It accelerates the decline of the entire body, leaving behind a legacy of disease and premature aging that is difficult to reverse. One of the most troubling effects of smoking is its direct assault on the cardiovascular system. Tobacco smoke introduces toxins that damage the lining of blood vessels, stiffen arteries, and promote plaque buildup. These changes lead to heart disease, stroke, and peripheral vascular problems, conditions that rob people of their independence and vitality in midlife and beyond. In fact, smokers often show biological markers of aging decades earlier than non-smokers, with diminished lung capacity, reduced circulation, and higher risk of sudden cardiac events. What makes this especially alarming is that the damage accumulates quietly, often without noticeable symptoms until it is too late, creating a false sense of invulnerability in younger smokers that shatters only when disease takes hold. The impact on appearance and outward signs of aging is equally stark, and it tells a deeper story about what is happening inside the body. Smoking depletes collagen and restricts blood flow to the skin, leading to premature wrinkles, sagging, and a dull complexion. It accelerates the shortening of telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that serve as a biological clock, effectively speeding up the cellular aging process. This means that smoking not only causes people to look older than their years, but it also biologically ages them from within. The mirror becomes a harsh reflection of the internal damage taking place, a constant reminder that the habit is stealing both health and time. Cancer, of course, is the most feared consequence, and rightly so. Tobacco smoke contains dozens of carcinogens that attack DNA, paving the way for mutations that trigger malignant growths. While lung cancer is the most notorious, smoking also dramatically raises the risk of cancers of the mouth, throat, pancreas, bladder, and more. Even with medical advances in treatment, these cancers remain among the deadliest and most debilitating, cutting lives short and eroding quality of life. This is one of the cruelest aspects of smoking-related aging. The promise of longevity is stolen not just by an earlier death, but by years of suffering, invasive treatments, and diminished dignity along the way. Beyond the physical, smoking has a corrosive effect on mental and cognitive health. Studies show that smokers face higher risks of dementia, cognitive decline, and depression, further reducing their chances of healthy aging. The brain, like the heart and lungs, depends on oxygen-rich blood and healthy circulation, both of which are compromised by tobacco use. Over time, the habit not only robs the body of vitality, but also the mind of clarity, independence, and joy. In the later decades of life, when resilience and mental sharpness are most treasured, smoking leaves individuals far more vulnerable to decline. Perhaps the most sobering aspect of this research is how preventable it all is. Unlike genetics, which cannot be changed, or environmental toxins, which are sometimes unavoidable, smoking is a choice, one with devastating consequences for longevity. It is a habit that offers no real benefit, only addiction, yet extracts a staggering toll on years of life, on vitality, and on the potential to age with strength and dignity. For those who start young, the risk compounds with every cigarette, setting them on a trajectory of early decline. Even for those who quit later in life, while some damage remains irreversible, it is sobering to realize how many of the best years have already been sacrificed to the habit. The negative truth is clear. Smoking is one of the surest ways to shorten life and accelerate aging. It undermines every system of the body, hastens the onset of disease, and transforms the natural process of aging into one of rapid deterioration. Where other longevity factors emphasize hope and empowerment, smoking stands as the clearest example of self-inflicted harm, a destructive force that strips away the very things people value most: time, health, appearance, independence, and vitality. If longevity is about extending not just the years of life, but the quality of those years, smoking is the direct opposite, a guarantee of fewer years, more illness, and a steeper, harsher descent into old age.